Is it your time to sell? This is a little bit of a controversial question right now with the market the way that it is. And going into a little bit of depth on this, if you are still living in your what we call mover upper home, which is primarily the second or third home that you have owned. It's where you raised your kids or where you have been for at least 20 to 25 years. So now could be an excellent time for you to consider downsizing. This could be an optimal time for you to sell. And let me explain why. More than likely, you refinance during the days of the real low interest rate, which we will probably never see again in our lifetime. And because of that refinance, you have been hitting your principal really, really hard. So that means you should be in a very, very good equity positive situation on your home. If you're living in a big square footage home, and you want to decrease the size of that square footage, then listing your house now and selling it would be great to do. And this is why. We have people that are looking for the larger square footage homes to move into to accommodate the things that they have going on in their life right now. We don't have adequate inventory for those buyers. So not only could your home still sell very quickly, even in today's market, but you would be able to cash in on that equity. And what that will do for you is hopefully allow you to buy your next home using the cash from the equity in your home. Or you could at least put down a really good down payment on that house so that you could still have a very, very, very low mortgage payment if you wanted to bank a little bit more of that equity that you're getting from your home. So we have a lot of new construction on the market and coming to the market that is in that 1,200 to 1,400 square footage range. Most of them have open floor plans and, so still gives you a good sized living area and even decent sized bedrooms. There are several reasons as we get older in life that we decide we want to do this. And one is to simplify things. So if you have a smaller square footage home on the newer side, then the maintenance to it is going to be minimal. Whereas if you have that 1950-60 house, I'm sure constructed well, but maintenance issues are going to continue to come up. So you're going to have those maintenance issues that are going to continue to plague you in the days that you are still in that larger square footage home. Your utility costs are going to be more because you're going to have to heat and cool all of the square footage, whether you're using it or not. And, landscaping, as you get older, it takes a little more to be able to keep the house's yard as landscaped as you would want to. It comes down to what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Do you want to pay to maintain a home that you really may not actually need? The size of it. And, do you want to have some life experiences? And, even as we get older and maybe traveling isn't something that we really want to do, then wouldn't it be great to have the extra money to bring the family and friends that you want to spend time with to you? Maybe treat them with a trip to come and see you. So these are just some of the things to keep in mind. I know financially it may not make a ton of sense for everybody to sell their home right now just because interest rates are higher and things like that are happening in our market. But even with inflation and just standard things going up like the cost of food and the cost of travel, As you get older, you may want to have the experiences that you haven't been able to have or you weren't able to have when you were younger just because you had other responsibilities. So it's just a good time to kind of check yourself, if you will, and see if you really need the square footage home that you're living in today. And you may, your kids might come back and visit, or you may have extended family or friends from outside the area that when they like to come here, they like to stay with you when they come to visit. And if so, that's fine. But that's not for everybody. And I know that there are people out there that are trying to make financial sense of it. And this is the thing, it might not make financial sense, but this is what it may do. It may free you up to be able to do some of the things you've always wanted to experience in life and have never had the ability to do so. But the one thing that I can help you with is if you are in the upstate of South Carolina, I would be more than happy to sit down with you and to look at numbers and crunch numbers as to what we think we can list your house for today to see if that would be something that would be beneficial to you and your future. So, if that's the case, feel free to reach out anytime. 864-617-5450.